Alright guys, welcome to a new episode then of FIFA 16 Career Mode with Exeter City. This is part 2. In this episode, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. We're not going to play any matches, but we are going to look for some players. Yeah, in fact, first of all, I was actually looking at this, where is he? This Sam Hoskins guy. He looks pretty decent. He's only 22, from Northampton. It could be an option. So what I'm gonna do is I think what I'll do is I'll scout him and I'll also inquire about him and see what happens with that. Anyway, so yeah, that's one thing that I'm gonna do. Now, sell players, I don't know who I would sell, honestly, guys. You might have to let me know about this. I mean, some players, like this guy right here, Oakley, 57 rated, he's 37, retiring. Oh, wait, he's retiring. But you see what I mean, those sort of players that you don't need. The squad looks pretty young anyway. Noble here is 33 and is rated 59. If we're going to build this team up, we've got to start from the bottom, guys. There's no point telling me to sign Premier League players, for example, because we're not going to buy them. We can't get them. We might be able to maybe loan some players from higher up leagues, who are quite young or whatever, but we won't be able to buy anybody who's significantly higher up. We'll probably be only able to buy players from League 2, League 1, possibly Championship if we're lucky enough. Yeah, or, leagues like the second division in Spain or second division Italy, those kinds of players we might be able to get. So, yeah, guys, there's no point telling me about who's great in the Premier League because maybe later down the line in the series, but not right now. So, yeah, in fact, you can be added. Yeah, we'll add you to the transfer list because I don't think you're going to be too important. Your overall is 58, but you're 31. You might be okay. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think what we'll do is we'll just get rid of a few of the older players, like you're 35, for example. So we'll add you to the transfer list. I think there's only been one of you that's maybe put forward some some players that I could maybe sign. Let's put. In fact, no. Wait a minute. How many left backs do we have? Because we're gonna need. Ooh, we've only got 2, and we've already put 1 up. We might need to buy a left back, guys. So that might be a thing. Anyway, apart from that, what we'll do is we'll go to search player. No, let's have a look at scout instructions because no, we don't want any position. Add new instruction. Let's do that. Position, we'll have left back. Attributes, not too bothered. Age, probably like 16. Well, maybe a bit older than that. Maybe about 18 to 30 might be good. In fact, no, 18 to 32 seems good. Contract, not really too bothered about that. Yeah, let's do that then. If any. So yeah, we'll look for a left back. We maybe could do with another striker actually. Not so sure about that. Centre back. Let's have a look. First team quality. Brentford. Wickham. Swansea. That could be an idea. I mean, if they're a Premier League team, that might not be a bad signing actually. So yeah, guys, like I say, we just got to build this up from scratch. Let's have a go for him. How much? In fact, let's just inquire. Because, you know what I mean, guys? We just need to sort of inquire about them. Any position striker? We got a couple here. We've got Aguero. We're not going to be signing him. I said that in the last episode. That's not going to happen. That's just, that is totally 100% beyond us. And then we got a shortlist. So, yeah. We'll go to search players. So I'm going to have a look through some of the players that you've suggested. Now, the first one. Where are we here? Akin, you know what it is. It's Akin Fenway. Why not? The man himself, the beast himself. Let's yeah, we'll inquire about that. See what comes. I like to inquire first about stuff. So yeah, what else are we going to go for? That's Manu. Manu, that's his name. Manu. Whoops. Space. Yeah, there he is. I love how it just predicts. Problem with this guy is that he's playing in the Spanish top division and he's 23. Centre mid. Probably not going to get him, but I'll inquire anyway. Could be a possibility later down the line, like I say, guys. So it's more than likely that we will not be able to sign him, but I'm going to go for it anyway. So one thing that I have sort of been doing, guys, is if I reset this, a good thing probably would be to maybe look through the loan list and see what comes through. Because, like, you know, you might be able to find someone good. We've got a left back here, but he's from Real Madrid, and I don't think they would Real Madrid would loan him to us. You know what I mean? That seems a bit out of it. Adam Phillips from Liverpool. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? It could be an option. 21. Let's have a look at you. You look pretty good. What about you? His stats are a bit worse off because he's 17, but he's 21 from West Brom. You know what I mean? The higher up we can get players, the better. We've got Real Sociedad here. He looks pretty good. Left wing, though. That could be an idea, actually. I'm going to inquire about that. And what we'll do is we'll advance forward. We'll inquire about a lot of players, and then we'll just advance forward and just kind of see what happens. And see if anybody comes back, and if anybody does, we've got a left back here for Barca. Yeah, I mean, will Barca put him on loan to us, though? I don't think so myself, personally, guys. You know what I mean? Arsenal have always had a good youth. Let's have a look at you. Centre forward, not bad. Actually, let's inquire about that. You know what I mean, guys? We're just going to be a bit free about it. And sprint speed 94 to 99. Holy hell! We'll inquire about that. Why not? Left back from Liverpool. No, we'll leave that for now. So yeah, the higher up we can get, the better. Let's have a look. Man United central attacking midfield. Yeah, we'll inquire. We'll just have a look, and then we'll just sort of have a look at what might be the best for us. Got Palmer's quite a few Villarreal players up on here. Ashley Fletcher. He doesn't look particularly great. There's a lot of Portsmouth players on here as well, which is yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, striker from Real Madrid. No, striker from Real Madrid here. Well, I mean, we can inquire, but well, actually, we can't inquire about this. We could see what he's like, but yeah, you know what I mean. We can have a go, but there's no guarantee. I think we've inquired about too many players. Actually, I think it won't let us do any more now. So we'll do that and just see how it comes back, and then we'll have a look at transfers. So yeah, let's do that. Let's advance forward in the game here. So, no, I don't want to quit out. That's not what I want to do here. Advance. That's what we want. Let's see what happens. Oh. Right. He has recently joined us at Northampton. We're not interested in discussing his availability. Fine, fair enough. In response to Carl Bartley, region of 1 million. No, sorry, Gary, but we're not doing that. Akinfenwa is free. 325,000. It's kind of a lot. That's a lot of money to pay out just for one player, considering we've only got like 4,000. So I don't think that's an option, guys. Yeah, 17 million we certainly have not got, and that's not too bad. 240,000. That's pretty good. All right. Well, so what we'll do is we'll just keep advancing forward and just sort of see what happens, and just keep at it. A report from Poland for you. I find 9 new players. Okay, that seems pretty good. Response to you, 500. We don't have that kind of money. 1,000. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. In the region of 120,000, 160,000. That's pretty good. He was the one who looked pretty fast, wasn't it? Van Gaal wants nearly $1.5 million. No, that's not going to happen. You know what? We'll go in for this guy then. Do we want to buy him or do we want to loan him? We just want to loan him, really. Goal bonus, I guess we'll just leave that. We'll submit offer on that and see what happens, guys. We'll just come back to it. What else we got here? So we got him from Arsenal. Let's have a look at him. Centre forward, 19. Doesn't look bad. Maybe we can just come back to it again, though. Let's advance forward again. In fact, isn't that all the players that we inquired about anyway, I think? Oh no, we've got a couple of messages actually. Loan offer accepted, nice. And what was the other one? Update from Chile. Yeah, we'll have a look at those in a second. Yeah, we'll accept the offer for that. Let's do it. I think that'll be good. Actually, his wages were actually really high. Just thinking about it. It might just be that we get the one player, guys. Let's have a look. Where are we? We need to go to the office. We need to go to finances. That's what we want to go to. What we got here? We got 750. We need to bring this down a bit. Let's split it to about... Yeah, that seems just about right. Yeah, we'll give ourselves 3,500. That seems okay. That seems doable. So this time what we'll do is we'll go and have a look for listed transfers and whatnot. So we'll submit that, see what comes up. Obviously we can't afford anyone that's too... You know what, let's go back a second. Because we're probably only going to have... what are we looking for here? Transfer listed, but we want to look for... Because we have a budget to work with, but you can't select by budget apparently. I guess we could go back to search player. Let's go back to listed for loan. And yeah, I think just listing for loan might just be the best thing. I mean, really, what we want to kind of do is maybe have a look for players that are like... Well, I've said it before, like a bit higher up, but maybe like League One players would be good, for example, because, you know, you get some experience. Or we managed to get somebody from Chelsea already, which is fantastic. So we kind of want that same sort of thing, really. He's a centre-back. I think this team is actually pretty good for centre-backs already, to be honest. I'm not particularly sure about that. You look pretty good. We'll inquire again. You look pretty good, but your value is kind of high. So I guess I think what we have to do... Yeah, so some players we can see the value of, but some we can't. So, yeah, that's something. He could be pretty good. Atlanta. He could be decent. Well, you're playing for Barcelona, so you're gonna be way too much. That's obviously always going to be the case. Swansea, that could be good. We'll inquire about that. We'll just inquire for a lot of players. You know, I don't know if to sign him or not. If we can, I'm not so sure about him. You look pretty good. You could be good. So I'm just sort of looking through a bunch of players that I'm not particularly sure of. Like I say, guys, if you know of any players in the game, just let me know about it. Just let me know about if any of them are actually good, if any of them are actually decent, you know, and I will go for it. But what I can't stress enough that you have to remember that we are a League 2 team. We cannot afford Premier League players. We can't afford Serie A players or La Liga players. We're simply not going to get them. So don't throw those players at me, because it's impossible. Maybe later down the line we can afford some of these players, but not right now. So yeah, looking at this, I think I don't really see anybody who particularly stands out. No, I mean I'm not really feeling it, to be honest, with some of these players. Stuttgart, I mean, that could have been good. Leverkusen, you know, the bigger the team, the better, really. Watford, he looks pretty decent. We'll add him. I mean, it might just be the case that we sign a couple of strikers and we're happy with that. Manchester City left midfield. We'll inquire about that, I suppose. And I think that just about does it here. Brannigan, he's not too bad. We'll inquire. Why not? Okay, I think that will pretty much do it. We've got Valencia here. I think we do. You know, some of them you look at the stats and you think, there's no way we can get hold of them. We'll inquire about him. And Chelsea, no. UNE, he looks good, but again, he might be out of the price range. And I think that will just about do. So we'll just go ahead and we'll see what happens. So we've got 5 here. So this guy, 240, 1 million. We can't afford that. He could be all right. Brannigan, that's a bit much for one player on our budget. Like this one looks pretty decent. Striker, 20 years old. You know, the guy from Arsenal, he looks like he could be a better signing, to be honest. So I'm not too sure about that. What we'll do is we'll just come back to it. So we'll just keep advancing the time forward and just see what comes in. So yeah, I want to congratulate you. Yeah, we get that. Villarreal, nope, that's not an option. That could be an option because that's pretty cheap. Right midfield, that could be an option, guys. That might not be bad. No, that's definitely not an option. Let's keep advancing time forward until something comes in. Scout report. We've received a transfer offer for. Yeah, let's have a look at it. Who is this? It's a left back. He's 37. Yeah, we'll accept that. We'll do that. That seems good. We'll sign that off. And Marco Verratti for 37 million. Arsenal. Okay. Okay. Future of my career. Yeah, we'll get around to that in time. Update from Poland. Unread emails. Not really too bothered at the moment. Update from England. Whatever. Update from England. 9 players from England, including Aguero and Rooney. So that... Come on, game. We'll get it right here. Come on. We're not going to sign them being a League 2 team. The board has allocated 0 to current transfer budget. Oh, okay, so we sold him for absolutely nothing. That's ridiculous. Future of my career. Might be my last season, yeah, probably, because you're old as hell. Don't care about that. Received a transfer offer. Yep. That seems pretty good. Yeah, we'll do that. Get a bit of extra money in. Get rid of him because he's quite old. Who is this one? 35. Yeah, we'll accept that one as well. I mean, we're trying to get rid of a couple of players anyway. Maybe even could be the case that we could sign Akinfenwa now, guys. Now, if we get a bit of extra cash in. So who knows? Is that a good idea? Do you guys think you agree with that? I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. So we'll have a look. Oh, the first match of the season is actually coming up here, so we'll just we'll end it here, guys. We'll just have a quick look at some of our mail. I'm not too bothered about this. We'll have a look at that another time. But Chile, player sold. Thank you, player sold. That seems good. So these are some of the options, guys, that we've got here. So we've got this guy here who's, well, to be honest, looking at his stats, no. We've got Carl Bartley, who is 24, and he looks pretty decent. He's coming from Swansea, so, you know, that could be an option. You don't look particularly great. No, he's decent, but We can't sign you. We can't sign you or you. Brannigan, you look okay. No. Oh, we could sign this guy. I'm maybe feeling that one. Feeling that one for a signing. Akinfenwa, is it worth it, guys? Is it worth it? Do you think he actually is worth it or not? What do you guys think? I mean, his strength is amazing, but is that enough? What do you think, guys? Would you rather I sign him for 325k, or I could go with Iwobi, or whatever his name is here, whose acceleration and agility is really good, his sprint and his balance is pretty decent, and he could be a guy who gets us quite a few goals. His stamina is 53 to 63, so not so great. But then again, Akinfenwa's is not that much better. So I want to. What do you want, guys? You know what I mean? What do you want me to do? Is really the question here. This guy looks pretty good here. Actually, he might actually be a much better signing than Iwobi here, and he's the exact same price. And he's only a year older, so he's got like a year's experience under his belt, which is a bit more, guys. So just let me know about that, guys, and I will sign whoever is necessary, and we'll try to get them signed in the next episode. So yeah, guys, that is it today. We're just looking at a few signings. In the next episode, we're going to get down to the business of playing an actual match, because that's what we all want to see. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and share as always. See you next time when we maybe sign some players and have a good match. See you then.